You just watched Kratos rip through half of Olympus, and now, he's looking at you. You are no Olympian, just a mortal, alone, lost, and no hope left. Welcome to the Contingency Files, your tactical survival guide for characters you should never pick a fight with. Target, the ghost of Sparta, god of war, once mortal, now a walking extinction event. Kratos began as a Spartan soldier, forged by blood and betrayal. He's not just powerful, he is a myth incarnate. After opening the Pandora's box and slaying his cruel master Ares, his strength and thirst for revenge only grew larger. He's torn gods limb from limb, severed their heads, and unraveled fate itself just to rewrite his own. He eventually killed Zeus, walked from Greece to the Norse realms, dragging mythologies behind him like corpses on chains. We know what happened when he faced Heimdall. His weapons, the blades of chaos, the Leviathan axe, and the Draupner spear. Weapons steeped in divine legacy. But his most volatile weapon? Regret. Kratos' greatest vulnerability is emotional. His psychological profile is a storm. Rage buried under grief. Fatherhood worn like dented armor. Kratos hesitates only for innocence and his son, Atreus. Speak the boy's name and you might gain a second. We've seen divine illusion stalled him before. Emotional dissonance can briefly override his combat instincts. Kratos shrugs off basic magic, but may be susceptible to strong enchantments tied to the Norns, Helheim, or primordial realm. Enchanted suppression runes, fate loop enchantments, and identity-fracturing illusions can briefly destabilize or trap him in a perceptual loop. But these are just theories. Can a mere mortal really survive an encounter with the deadly Spartan?
Scenario simulation.
You're a myth researcher sent to study buried texts, nothing dangerous. But you wandered too far. You find yourself surrounded by warped runes you don't recognize. Not Greek, not entirely Norse either. The kind of magic that doesn't belong. Odin's signature. Carelessly, you step too close to the central relic. The ground hums. Runes lit up. The rocks breaks open and you see a prophecy. A mortal face to face with a tattooed warrior twice his size. That's when you hear a sound like a heartbeat, but made of chain, blades dragging. He's here. You stammer. I'm not. I'm lost. He interrupted. I killed you. You realize then, this isn't about you. This is about what he thinks you are. Your shape flickers, indistinct, unstable. For a heartbeat, you almost look like Heimdall. Then Balder. Then something else entirely. This was Odin's spell. Magic that reached the depths of his pain. You are now his prophesied enemy. 3-tier plan. No room for mistakes. Plan A, the emotional anchor. You kneel. You lower your weapon and negotiate. I'm under a spell. You continue to whisper, Atreus wouldn't want this. You are not the god you once were. You speak of his son. Your hands in the air. Your breath steady. But you know he doesn't trust you. You need to escape fast. Kratos halts, eyes narrow. Leave my son out of this, or you will meet the god I once was. The air holds its breath. He thinks you are messing with his head. He lunges. You dive. Snow explodes around you. The blade kisses your coat. You're not dead yet. You scramble to your feet and activate the next phase. Plan B, illusion misdirection. You remember collecting a carved totem from what looked like a dwarven workshop. Half collapsed, buried in frost and moss. It was labeled crudely in runic shorthand. Magic echo. Do not trigger indoors. Beneath it, Brock's sigil. You pocketed it. You never asked. You slam it into the stone. The totem screams. Divine figures shimmer into the mist. It's Athena, Ares, and Zeus. The projections were ripped from Kratos' memories, not yours, mimicking divine pulses. Kratos falters, confused, torn. You backpedal toward the cliffside gate. Kratos snarls, charges Zeus's illusion. It vanishes. He stops, looks around, listens. Then his eyes lock onto you. You jump through the gate. He follows faster. You barely make it through. You sprint for your final contingency. Plan C, the stone of one chance. You fumble inside your coat, blood-slicked fingers searching for one last dwarven item. This one's got Sindri's signature on it. You shouted, if this is any useful, help me escape. The rune flashes white. You fall through space. It's not a clean teleport. There's a scream. Not yours, not Kratos's, but the sound of reality folding in. Your chest compresses. Ears rupture. You collapse on jagged earth. You don't know where you are, but you're alive. The escape stone crumbles into dust in your hand. Kratos is out of sight, but his myth still echoes.
Survivability score. Contingency grade. File status.
Think you've got a better plan? Drop it in the comments. The best get tested in the simulator. Subscribe. Stay sharp. You're in the system now.